Taurus, I need you to stop everything right now and listen to me as if your life depended on it, because maybe it does. What I'm about to reveal is not something you can choose to ignore or postpone. A farewell is approaching your life, an inevitable, definitive farewell that will happen whether you want it or not. And I know that scares you. I know that just hearing the word farewell makes something inside you contract, close up, prepare to resist, because you are a Taurus. You were made to build, to maintain, to preserve. The idea of losing something that is part of your life makes you uncomfortable in a way that few can understand. But listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. This coming goodbye is not a punishment. It's not something bad that's happening to you. It's something necessary that's happening to you. And the more you try to fight it, the more painful it will be. The more you try to hold on to what needs to go, the more energy you'll waste in a battle that's already lost. Because when the universe decides that something needs to go from your life, there's no human force capable of stopping it. The only choice you have is how you're going to deal with it, with resistance and suffering, or with acceptance and dignity. Lately, you've been feeling something change, haven't you? A restlessness that you can't explain. A feeling that something in your life isn't flowing as it used to. Maybe it's a relationship that's lost its strength. Maybe it's a job that no longer satisfies you. Maybe it's a pattern of behavior that you know you need to let go of. Maybe it's an old version of yourself that no longer serves who you're becoming. Whatever it is, you already know what it is. Deep down in your heart, you've already identified what needs to go from your life. The question isn't whether you know. The question is whether you have the courage to admit that you know. For years, you may have tried to fix, adjust, improve this situation. You may have invested time, energy, hope, trying to make something work that simply wasn't working anymore. And each failed attempt left you more frustrated, more tired, more confused about what to do. Well, now you don't have to do anything anymore. The decision has been taken out of your hands. The universe is taking over and doing for you what you couldn't do for yourself. Can you feel the relief hidden behind the fear? Can you sense that a part of you was tired of carrying this burden? What I'm about to share with you now will completely change your perspective on what it means to lose something in life. For years, you've been conditioned to believe that every goodbye is a tragedy, that every loss is a failure, that every change is a threat to your stability. But there is a kind of goodbye that is actually a liberation. A goodbye that leaves you not poorer, but richer, not weaker, but stronger, no longer lost, but more found. And that's exactly the kind of goodbye that's coming your way. This upcoming farewell is not an end. It is a cleansing. It is the universe removing from your life everything that is taking up unnecessary space, preventing better things from entering. It is like when you finally decide to get rid of that piece of clothing you no longer wear, that decoration you no longer like, those objects that are just gathering dust. The moment you get rid of these things, your home will instantly feel lighter, more spacious, more harmonious. The same thing will happen with your life. Are you ready to discover how much space this farewell will free up for extraordinary things to enter your life? Taurus, I know that change makes you uncomfortable. I know that you prefer the security of the familiar, even when the familiar isn't making you happy. I know that you have a natural tendency to cling to things, people, and situations, even when they no longer serve your highest good. This isn't a flaw, it's part of your nature. You were wired to value stability, consistency, and permanence. But there's a difference between true stability and stagnation disguised as stability. True stability is when you feel safe to grow, to evolve, to become a better version of yourself. Stagnation is when you stay in the same situation out of fear of change, even though you know that this situation is no longer contributing to your growth. And what needs to leave your life now belongs to the second category. It is something that has become an obstacle to your development, an invisible chain that prevents you from flying higher. The farewell that is coming is the universe cutting this chain for you. When this goodbye happens, and it will happen soon, you may initially feel empty, you may feel afraid, you may wonder if you did something wrong to deserve this loss. These feelings are normal and temporary. What you need to understand is that every void created in your life is a space being prepared for something better. Every door that closes is a wall being removed to reveal a horizon you never knew existed. Every goodbye is a birth in disguise. The universe never removes something from your life without having something better prepared to replace it. But it can't put in the new while the old is still taking up space. It's a basic law of manifestation. You have to create space in order to receive. And sometimes creating space means saying goodbye to things you thought you wanted to keep forever. The question is, do you trust the process of life enough to allow this clearing to happen without resistance? This upcoming farewell has very specific characteristics for your sign. It won't be something sudden and dramatic as it would be for other signs. It will be gradual, progressive, giving you time to adjust. Even though it is inevitable, it will respect your natural processing rhythm. The universe knows your Taurian nature and will not force you to make unnecessary sudden changes. But it will also not allow you to indefinitely procrastinate something that needs to happen. For Taurians, who have always struggled with ending relationships that no longer work, this energy will finally provide the clarity and courage needed to do what needs to be done. For those who are stuck in jobs that no longer spark their passion, opportunities for change will present themselves naturally and organically. For those who carry habits or patterns that they know are harmful, the motivation for change will come from within, without forcing or fighting. The most impressive thing about this farewell is that, when it finally happens, you will realize that a part of you has been waiting for it for a long time. You will recognize that deep down, you already knew that this change was necessary. You will remember all the signs you received, all the opportunities you had to make this transition on your own. And you will understand that when we do not make the necessary changes voluntarily, life takes care of making them for us. Always with love, always with wisdom, but not always with the delicacy we would like. The energy that is moving toward you now is like a gentle but irresistible wave. It is not a destructive force that will sweep away everything in its path. It is a transformative force that will carefully remove only that which no longer belongs to the new version of yourself that you are becoming. It is as if you are undergoing an internal renewal, and this farewell is a necessary part of that renewal process. Over the next few days and weeks, watch for signs that appear in your life. Conversations that make you reflect on certain situations, feelings that arise towards specific people or circumstances. Opportunities that present themselves, offering alternatives to aspects of your life that you knew needed to change. These are not random events. They are pieces of a larger plan coming together to facilitate this inevitable transition. The most important thing is that you understand that this farewell is not happening because you did something wrong. It is not a punishment or a fault of yours. It is simply a natural part of the process of life's evolution. Just as trees need to lose their leaves in the fall so that they can sprout new leaves in the spring, you need to say goodbye to certain things so that you can receive others. It is a natural, healthy, necessary cycle. Resisting it is like trying to stop the seasons from changing, possible for a while, but inevitably futile and exhausting. Here's something that might surprise you. When that goodbye finally happens, along with the natural sadness that every goodbye brings, you'll also feel a profound relief. You'll feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. You'll experience a lightness that you haven't felt in a long time. You'll realize that you were spending much more energy than you thought, trying to hold on to something that was already dead inside. And this energy that will be released will become available to create new and wonderful things in your life. The upcoming farewell is not just about what you will lose, it is mainly about what you will gain. You will gain clarity about what you really want in life. You will gain courage to seek what truly satisfies you. You will gain physical, emotional, and mental space for experiences that are aligned with who you really are. You will gain the opportunity to start over in a more authentic and conscious way. Are you prepared to receive all these gifts that come disguised as farewell? Taurus, one of your greatest strengths is your ability to build lasting and solid things. But sometimes, before you can build something new, you need to demolish what is old and no longer useful. The upcoming farewell is part of this necessary demolition process. And just as an experienced builder knows that it is impossible to build a solid foundation on shaky ground, you need to understand that it is impossible to build an extraordinary life on the basis of situations that no longer support your dream. The fear you may be feeling right now is completely natural. It's your self-preservation instinct reacting to the prospect of change. But remember, the same instinct that protects you from real dangers sometimes also protects you from opportunities for growth. Not all discomfort is dangerous. Sometimes discomfort is just a sign that you're about to expand beyond your current comfort zone, and it's in that expansion that real life happens. During this process of saying goodbye, be gentle with yourself. Don't pressure yourself to be strong all the time. Allow yourself to feel the natural sadness that accompanies any ending, but also allow yourself to feel the excitement about what's to come. Keep your heart open to the possibilities that will present themselves. Most importantly, trust that you have within you all the strength and wisdom you need to navigate this transition with grace and dignity. One thing you need to understand about this goodbye is that it will happen at the perfect time. Not before you are ready to deal with it, but also not later than is ideal for your growth. The universe has perfect timing for everything, and that timing takes into account not only your needs, but also the needs of everyone else involved in the situation. It is a complex and wise orchestration that you may not fully understand at the time, but will make perfect sense when you look back. As you prepare for this inevitable goodbye, start paying attention to the good things that already exist in your life. The people who truly support you, the projects that excite you, the activities that make you feel alive and connected to yourself. These things will stay. These things will grow even stronger when what no longer serves you is removed from the equation. It's like cleaning a dusty window. You don't lose the window, you gain more clarity to see the view that was always there. The truth is, this upcoming goodbye isn't really about what you'll lose. It's about what you'll discover when the things that have been clouding your vision are removed. It's about who you'll become when you no longer have to hold on to something that drains your energy. It's about the incredible opportunities that will present themselves when you make space for them. It's about the most authentic and powerful version of yourself that will emerge from this process. There is a profound wisdom at work in your life right now. An intelligence that sees far beyond what your eyes can see, that understands connections and consequences that your mind cannot fully process. This intelligence is watching over you, guiding you, even when the methods may seem harsh or confusing. Trust this wisdom, allow it to do its work, and know that on the other side of this goodbye, there is a richer, fuller, more aligned life waiting for you. What I want you to understand above all is that you are not being abandoned. You are being prepared. You are not being punished. You are being polished. This coming goodbye is not a tragic end. It is a courageous new beginning. And you, with all your Taurian strength, with all your resilience and perseverance, have everything you need to not only survive this transition, but to thrive through it. Are you ready to discover that sometimes the best things in life come disguised as inevitable goodbyes? If this video has reached you now, at this specific moment in your life, it is no coincidence. It is because you need to hear this message. You need to prepare yourself for what is coming. You need to understand that you are not alone in this process. Share in the comments if you already have a feeling about what this farewell that is approaching your life is like. Your honesty can help other Tauruses recognize their own signs. Subscribe to the channel because what I'm sharing here is just the beginning. This upcoming farewell will open a whole new chapter in your life, and you'll need guidance on how to navigate this new territory, how to rebuild, how to reinvent yourself, how to make the most of the opportunities that will arise when the space is freed up. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any updates on how to deal with the changes that are coming, how to turn goodbyes into new beginnings, how to use your Taurus strength not to resist the inevitable, but to build something even better in place of what is gone. Remember, this goodbye is not the end of your story. It's just the end of a chapter that had already served its purpose. The next chapter will be even better, but first you need to have the courage to turn the page.